So I'm CEO and co-founder of UCIC, and I wanted to share with you some of the tips and tricks we have used to grow the app where it is today. And if you are in the app business, some of you might know it already, but I just really wish that somebody sat me down on the first day when we started and told me this. So I'm sharing those things with you. So a bit about me, and Derek mentioned, so my last job right before UCIC, I was CEO of a company called OneFootball, and I helped grow the app from 5 million users to 25 million users. So that was an amazing journey, going up 20 million users. But the more amazing journey for me has been UCIC, growing from nothing to 500,000 users, and that's a more difficult journey. And the reason for that is, this is OneFootball. I joined the company when they had 10 million euros in their bank, and what did we do? We designed a custom-made, great-looking office, and this is what we spend our money on. So yeah, we didn't have carpets, we had AstroTurf, we had 60 people and 40 TVs, yeah, the list goes on. So it was really fun. And my job as a CEO was to, instead of thinking how to get cheap downloads or how to grow the user base, was which foosball table to buy, which is the Ferrari of foosball tables, and which beer fridge, which is the microbrewery we should source our beer from, that employees would be happy. But coming to UCIC, I think I'm now collecting beers to get refund on those bottles. So I've kind of gone the wrong way. But yeah, so what are the tips and tricks you can use to grow the user base when you have no money in the account, when you're bootstrapped? So the number one is PR. So one thing that's worked for us is awards and conferences. And it's kind of a duh, but it does help. All you need to do is show up and win. So that's simple. One award that, these are the few that we have won. We launched at CES. This is the biggest conference in the world for tech. I think it's the biggest conference. And we won the Best New App Award. And within the first week, we had 10,000 downloads and got the ball rolling. Then last year we won, we were at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and we won the Digital Media Award. Again, each one of these awards and press, it brings press. So this is some of the publications that we got featured in. Unfortunately not beta kit, so hopefully soon. So this is my co-founder. We were on the front page, a full page of Business and Technology in Toronto Star. It doesn't get bigger than that in Canada. So by paying nothing, and that again got us a lot of awareness. We were on Comedy Central, I don't know how, but we ended up there. So we did a whole 10-minute talk, you can look it up. It's just fun and making people aware of what we're doing. And then don't be shy of the outbound press as well. Some of the inbound press comes that journalists find about you and write about you. But actually reach out to the journalist. Journalists are sometimes lazy, tell them you won this award, send them to your press kit, and say, hey, write about me. And these are the publications we got. So Forbes, Huffington Post, The Next Web, we were in all of these publications thanks to me reaching out and sending them the press kits and the awards. So that was good. Another one is ASO. So most of you will be familiar with SEO. That's the search engine optimization that goes for the web, and for the apps, it's the equivalent is ASO, the App Store optimization. So a few tips that I learned was, first is name. So say somebody read about you in the newspaper and wants to download you. If your name is not easily searchable, so for example, we consider the name Peak. There are literally thousands of apps that are called Peak or Peak-related products. So nobody's going to find you that easy. We decided on the name UCIC. The story behind the name is You See What I See, but we shortened it. We have to build a brand presence, but nonetheless, literally only one product shows up on the top, and that's us. So you can download us very, very easily. So the name matters. The other one is keywords. So think about it. Today you had an amnesia and you forgot what your app is called. So how are you going to search for your app? You're going to come up with some kind of description. That is the description that needs to be in your keywords. What describes your product best? If you want people to download your app, so talking about pop, it's ride sharing, long distance, people, community, all those things. That needs to be in the description. So App Store lets you enter those keywords, and now you can advertise those keywords. When with Play Store, you have to put those keywords in description, and that helps. And there are a few tools that you can use. So the ones we've been using is Mobile Action and App Annie. So say your competitor is Clash of Clans. First of all, good luck beating them. But what you can do is, in these tools, you can enter the keywords, you can enter the name and see what keywords they are using. So what do they use? And how can you write on their coattails to get more awareness and more downloads? So funny fact, if you actually search for some of the keywords called Periscope in Russia, UCIC comes higher than Periscope itself. So you can do such things with App Store optimization. And the last one I have never come across, and this is my practice. This is ranking higher on smaller app stores. So as you know, when you buy your iPhone, you log into iTunes and there is a Canadian app store. Or if you enter American information, there's an American app store. But to be fair to the whole world, there are a lot of other app stores. Every single country you can think of has an app store. So some of these very beautiful, scenic countries with literally 60,000 people have an app store. So what you can do there is, with little marketing, you can rise up in the ranking. So we actually became the #1 app in Bermuda for a whole month. We considered moving our office to Bermuda. So, little funny story about this, I actually tried to take the screenshot and made a Facebook ad out of it and advertise it. And Facebook actually won't let me do that because Facebook is ranked lower than us. It goes against their policy. So yeah, what happened here was literally Bermuda got flooded by UCIC users. And people found out hyperlocal use cases and whatever, all with $100 worth of advertising that we did in Bermuda and the visibility we got out of it. So I would highly recommend to do that. Another one is, and this is the biggest one, getting featured on App Store or Play Store. This is a business development process. You have to go on LinkedIn, find out who's responsible for your category, stalk them, extort them, whatever you want, take pictures, but you need to convince them what you're making is really novel and they need to feature you. We've been featured 4 times, so we literally feature next to these big guys. We are featured for 3 weeks or 4 weeks at a time in the whole world, and that gives you incoming App Store Google Play downloads. We haven't been successful with Apple yet, but we'll keep trying. You're welcome to ask me questions later, but I would not reveal the name of the Google Play Manager that we are in touch with. So you'll have to do that work yourself. So yeah, these are some of the tips and tricks. The last one is come to events like these, talk about your product because it's free. So all of you here have a smartphone, download the app UCIC and try it out. That's the ultimate thing to do. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, so questions. I'll start with one for me, and I'm just curious, so like when you reached out to that manager, what did you say? Like, feature me? Like, you must have had something behind that.
So it's a sales pitch, right? Yeah. So think about a sales email that you've ever written, and within first 2 lines, you have to really talk about what is different to what you're doing. And we made a nice attachment or whatever. I don't think the attachment matters that much. Put in your screenshots or whatever, but it's just about the first 2 lines. Why are we different? Why it has never been done before? So please take a look at it.
Cool. Questions? Is that thorough? All right, thank you, Harleen.